Okay. Oh, I did a team building.
1725. Okay, so entertain a review of the minutes.
So I'll make a motion to approve the July board September, our minutes that were emailed to us.
A motion?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Review and accept August, September director reports and financials. There's a motion.
Second.
A second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Treasurer's report.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I've been on the desk for so much, I did not look at that.
Okay? Take a few minutes.
Okay. Any questions? We're gonna have to go to that.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, on the trial balance, do we have any questions regarding these last three periods? Then we have our August budget versus actual. We did have a $2,200 savings under the marketing, and then we had a return at the State Fair Trade Show registration.
Well, I think the other part is, and we'll talk about it in guest tax too, but obviously, budget versus actual in just guest assessment. So that means, obviously, hotel business was up in August. Everybody should have seen that. And that's just great news for our community as a whole.
Now, on our January through August comparisons to 21 and 2020, some items of note. We had increased some expenditures under the computer programs and the county fee, which falls under admin. We added back in several associations that we had dropped last year, and we did join U.S. Travel. There's an increase in the grounds and custodial. We have negotiated pricing in 2020 and less frequency, so there was a savings that year into that. Payroll, one less employee mid-January through April, one less employee mid-January through August, and we've had 2 months less on the health insurance.
Okay.
We had an increase in legal, and then an increase in marketing. Regarding 2021, capital base was not held. We did project possibly they might hold it, but they did not. We did negotiate rates with the association dues based on 2020 revenues for our budget. A lot of them are tiered memberships. We had a savings in the billboards. We had decided to shift some money from billboards in 19, which had contracts that continued into 2020, so that was expected. The print cost for the inspiration guide, normally we pay for that in December of each year. We did print those in 2021, so that expenditure shifted to this year. We were able to book the Missouri Outdoor Communicator Conference in March, which wasn't in the budget, and that went under the fan tour line item. That was about $1,800 to host them. We had a little less expenditure in SEO due to negotiated prices with hosting and website expenses, as we had a final payment for the web rebuild in 2020. We We did invest more in digital, less in reader response print ads, that would be like Missouri Spring Answer. We have spent more in postage, less for the agency on negotiated pricing. More in promo and giveaway, that was in relations to the Missouri Outdoor Communicators Conference. We spent more in radio, as with the state grants we were able to obtain. We did do some buys in radio for the KMOX Cardinals. Outside the grant, we did invest in some local, regional, and a little bit of statewide on some events that occurred throughout this year. We spent a little bit less in photo and video expenditures because in 2020 we had some grant monies that went towards a COVID photo shoot and COVID video. And in 2020 we had a little more in, or less in trade shows as well. So that would be the details on the comparison.
Any questions on any of the details?
I would make a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Guest tax.
Have the guest tax report. Is there any comments our hoteliers would like to make?
Thank goodness.
Well, no, I mean, obviously, comparative to 20, that's an easy comparative, 21 to 20, and I think most of us businesses this year are not comparing to 21 to 20, we're comparing 21 to 19 numbers because you want realistic comparison. It'd be easy to celebrate success, to go 21 to 20, to celebrate true benchmarks, and I think the key for all of us is, we know how important, the Fort Leonard Wood business is to our hotel community. And again, sticking with the guest tax collection, I think the other discussion is there anybody in arrears that just refusing to pay? And what actions are we taking?
Budgeting has been over at the prosecutor's office and they've received multiple letters. Hawthorne has been in arrears. He has been in the office several times after receiving letters, and I don't know if he's made it over there yet since the last report from the county.
Okay.
Bell's has gotten caught back. They're 1 month behind, but they got 2 months paid up this last time. And St. Robert Properties, they are in arrears right now, but they are getting that taken care of.
Okay. Again, the frustration is it's not paid in advance, so it's money that they received as a result of taking guest tax money. So hopefully they get back.
So what happens, how many letters have actually gone to budget? And what happens,
I
how many
believe-
letters does it take before actually something else is done?
I will ask Kevin. I think there's been 3, but I can double check.
I have a question on the hotel tax. So there's a couple hotels that are long stays, extended stays, for a person basically bedrooms. Do we get a tax on that money that they're charging for those hotels? Because I think they're charging $125 or $175 a week, or something of that nature. And I'm just wondering if those rooms are being vacated and not having a hotel tax on them. I just didn't know if that was something that we.
Now there's, in our statute, if it's over 91 days in a calendar quarter, 91 days or more in a calendar quarter, they're exempt from collecting that.
They have to stay in the entire
Yeah.
continues,
Yeah.
and that's extended stay by the definition.
Okay.
The definition or not extended stay, that extended stay for the guest tax exemption, if that makes sense.
Awesome.
Because then it's considered not a hotel.
Can I ask a question of the board? Is that acceptable?
Sure.
Can you explain to us how the guest tax works on Airbnb properties? I know that Waynesville recently, well, here in the last little bit, they actually put an Airbnb ordinance as part of their code. So how does the Tourism Bureau handle that? I know there's a lot more of them than there are of you guys.
Sure, for the city ordinances, we don't do anything with that. It's Pulaski County Tourism Bureau guest tax, if the guest taxes, if they're a property rental, VRBO, Airbnb, providing rental within the county, then they're taxed.